Well, me again, and I'm back on this same road, and I'm here at about the same sort of time that the PCN was issued. And so, I'm walking now, but at the time I was obviously in a car. Now you can see up on the left there is a sign that says bus lane cameras. Well, you can see it now. I don't know how well you can see it. It's not lit. It's not lit. That of course doesn't help. And now you can imagine, I was actually in a car when I was coming along here, and obviously when you're driving, you gotta pay a certain attention. Hello. Okay. Now you see there's a bright light there, just here. There is a circular sign, blue with white, and now I'm stopped now, so I've obviously got the benefit is that I can pay attention and look at it clearly. But obviously when you're kind of driving along, you don't have that luxury. Anyway, but you look above it, and there is a well, in there I guess there should be a light bulb, but there's no light bulb, so the sign's not lit, so that doesn't help. And on the other side there is a similar sign, but again there should be a light bulb in there. There's no light bulb. So, oh, now there's a bus coming. So there's no light bulb. So on both sides the light bulbs either have blown or they're not even there in the first place. Well, they probably were at some point, but they're not there anymore. Now on the road itself, you can see you've got all this construction going on the left hand side, which does take away a little bit from the lane there, of course. And you can see there bus and cycles only. But you can see the state of the paint. Like the white paint is obviously faded. You can kind of see that now. But obviously at the time, when you're in a car driving, there's other matters to attend to, for sure. Especially when you come to this kind of, like, you can see a whole bunch of sand here, and there's other issues to worry about. And when there's light bulbs that aren't where they're supposed to be, then that clearly makes things a little bit more difficult, to say the least. Of course, I'm not silly with these matters, but it's this side as well. And see, that's another factor. There is a bright light. Now I know I'm on the other side, but on the side that I was approaching from, when you approach these signs, there is a bright light behind them, and you can kind of see the effect it's having. It just impairs the vision. And when you're driving along, then obviously one doesn't have the luxury, as I am now, of walking and stopping and analysing and everything else. But when you're driving along, one doesn't have that luxury. You have to do things there and then. And I can remember when I was halfway up that bus only lane, remember being on it and thinking, oh God, how did that happen? And then of course you're at that point where, well, what do I do now? Stop and reverse? Sometimes of course common sense has to come into it, and you have to do what you think is necessary in the interest of safety, of course. And hopefully we can all agree to that. Okay, bye.